We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lachlan Edwards has it on the tee and ready to go. And off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30.
Pick up the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Dancing to his left. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Then on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, dude. 50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent.
Hey, alert.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 45 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watch the eye.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Motion. Check 55. Ready. Check 55.
Here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
That's another Jets first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Watch the motion.
Again, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Darnold to throw again. A screen to Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Vanette. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Man, 80.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He sets the he's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No spacing. I got motion there. Me. I got this.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Keep pushing the fellas all day. Whoa. Let's get it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go. Black 20.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Roethlisberger will throw.
Never make the mistake.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Switch it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Darnold, and he's got it, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Roethlisberger now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Brown, 66 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Here we go. Black 80. Take 2 of them.
Hey, man.
These 2.
On first down, it's Samuels. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Jets 37, Steelers 7.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end. We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check 53 flag. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At their 48-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running right, Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get 300. Get 300.
53's mine. Check 53's mine.
Hey, wahoo.
Now Rodgers looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 44 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Squish, squish, double, double. Under 10, under 10, 10.
You go, young lady.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
To throw is Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Ready? Check 37.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Throw complete to Herndon. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Oh, lady. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
42. Here we go, D. All day, D.
Here we go.
Watch out.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 26-yard line.
We go sack.
42 to Mike. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. No. Off. Tighten up.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier. For this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. 35 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Jets, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll give this to Bell running right. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it... comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 43.
Again, it's Bell. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Smooth. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And we're pretty close.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Bound to lose one.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
319.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Jumbo.
From the 38, Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. They'll run on first down. Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now on first down. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Packers 17, Jets nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lachlan Edwards has it on the tee and ready to go. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Come on, set. Run. It's run. Number 53. Mike 53. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Murray. It's complete to Drake. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll get the This one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, Drake. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go now. Put the 18 data. 18 data. Hey, watch the slant.
From the 45 on second down, Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he hits Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Running, it's Drake. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard.
Brings up fourth down and 1.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Darnold. And Thomas has it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Demarius Thomas. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. You ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Slit. Check. 80. Hot. 43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Hey, Charlie. 43 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's got a man, Demarius Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Then he finds Fitzgerald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1st down, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm scared. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Push him back.
Here's Murray from midfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The sack by Jordan Willis. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hustle. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. I know he ain't got it.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the 24, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And that'll set them back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 76 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Murray now on first down. That ball complete to Isabella. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. On first and 10, here's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Murray again, second and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray to air it out again. And able to find Kirk complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 at the 19. Murray now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Switch. Go. 43 is the mark. 43 is the cut.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And running with power here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the curve. Watch the curves. Slow. Mike, 53. Mike.
Here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Murray now, 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the gun, Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Clay, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Demir Bird. Results in a 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half from Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interceptions, or maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the turnover, here's Murray, and he hits Drake. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Murray going to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
To throw, it's Murray. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first down is Murray. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert. Second-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida.
Let's go now. Come on. AT Data. Defense wins championship. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch QB draw.
Now Murray again. He's got a man complete. It's Clay.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Echo. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Man out.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 36, Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Red 80.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold looking deep for Demarius. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 22, Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
On 1st down, it's Bell, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Mike's 59. Mike's ready. Woo! Mike, check, 59.
Here's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A 1st carry for Trenton Cannon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
59 mark, check, 59. Hey, high 7.
Darnold now to throw. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 17 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Then he's got Fitzgerald. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulder.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodney Gunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Set.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the